Good afternoon. Feels like it's been absolutely ages since I did a live stream. I'm just checking I'm not on mute. I think we're all good. I've made a little change to my graphics as well, which I'm quite excited to show you in a sec. I'm just going to tweet, let the world know that we're live. Nado and Jake, good to see you. It does look like Gakpo has got a knock. It does look like Gakpo's got a knock. I'm just going to tweet a sec. So let us know, let the world know we're live. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way, everyone. What a lovely way to spend your Valentine's Day. But excuse me, by the way, with me. I'm very grateful. Holly, good to see you. Mazdan, Dakshin. I'm not sure what that's saying, Nada. Palmer, bench Gakpo and start Wood. I've got this debate to make myself. I'll show you in a second. Ryan Fitzpatrick, good to see you, my friend. What's up, man? So yeah, this is my team at the moment. By the way, new graphics. What do you think? What do you think? I enjoy that it auto-corrected Gakpo to tampon on your keyboard. That's quite funny. What does free roll Gakpo actually mean? That's the question. Yeah, I'm a little bit unsure what to do with Gakpo at the moment. So I've got by the way, you can feel sorry for me. My benching headache is absolutely disgusting this week. So I have to choose between one of Semenyo, Gakpo, Wood, or Mbumo to bench. Like how do you make a decision between those four players as to who to bench? It's doing me in. Thank you, man. I knocked those up on Wednesday getting ready for this. I thought it'd been a little while since my last live stream, so what a good opportunity to switch up the graphics. Good to see you, Paul, and no problem at all. Gakpo solves it. Well, the thing is with Gakpo, yeah, he hasn't been pictured in training, but that doesn't mean that he's completely unable to get minutes in the Wolves game and also feature against Villa. So I'm a little bit stuck for what to do. A little bit stuck for what to do. Yeah, I guess Wolves is the good fixture. You're right. I'm warming up to the idea of starting Mbumo over him, I must say. Oh, bench Chris Wood. I can't bench Chris Wood, man. You can't bench Chris Wood, surely. He's just scored a hat-trick, mate. No idea, Peter. No idea. Deadline is at 6:30 p.m, so we're live a little bit early today. I've got training tonight, so I thought I'd go live now. I can stay till about 4:30, and then I got training later on. Ben's benching Chris Wood. God, man. Bench Chris Wood at your absolute peril. That's what I'm saying. I need help. Munoz, Timber, Howson, Trent, bench one. Tom, love it, mate. I worked on these on Wednesday night. Little sneak reveal. Little sneak reveal. Appreciate that, mate. By the way, it convinces people to follow me on Instagram now because it's got the Instagram badge. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can do it there. I would not be buying Darwin Núñez, mate. By the way, before you go, because I think FPL Tom, you're doing your own live stream very soon. Who the hell do I bench out of Semenyo, Gakpo, Wood, and Mbumo? Who do I bench, man? I do have a green screen, but I got it working, but I couldn't work out how to arrange myself on screen with the green screen and make it all look slick and fancy. So I went for this in the end. This was like a hybrid of what I made with the green screen. But I do have a green screen. We'll try and get that running when I get a bit more original with what I can fit on screen, I think. Cortex, I hope you're doing well, man. It feels like it's been a while. Well, it has been a while since I did a stream, almost a fortnight. So it's good to catch up with you guys again. I hope you've enjoyed my my videos over the course of the game week and whatever. I did a thing on my thumbnail yesterday. So I don't know if anyone caught it, but I put my face on an FPL thumbnail, which was quite a thing. So whether it got people to click it more, we'll find out. Oh, by the way, the green screen's fucking huge as well. I didn't swear, so I can't get demonetized, but it is huge. I think it's 56 inches, which, there you go. Speaking of things that are too big, Tom, what are you doing anything for Valentine's Day later on? Who is getting wood tonight? That's the question. Can't bench wood on Valentine's Day, can you? I'm going training, mate, this year, I'm afraid. I'm doing an FPL deadline stream and then going training. So unfortunately, I don't have anything lined up this year. But I'm still doing the things I love, man. You know, FPL stream, bit of training, bit of dinner. Be fine. Why are so many selling Isaac? I don't get it either. Maybe for bringing in Watkins, I'm guessing, but I wouldn't do that. Good afternoon, Alexandru. It's good to see you, my friend. What are we doing with Gakpo? Yeah, I think I'm going to bench him. I'm still not decided, though. Thing is, for me, I've already got a benching headache, so it doesn't make any sense to get rid of him. Well, Gareth Gaming, he's not out. He's just doubtful for the Wolves game. So he's not out for the game week. And being doubtful still means he could play minutes. I'll play you. I'll tell you what. For the complete avoidance of doubt, will I get stung for copyright if I play? In fact, I'm not going to play it just in case I get stung for copyright. But I'm going to send you a clip from the exact words that Arne Slot said on his press conference, because he didn't say anything other than Gakpo is a doubt. That's all he said. I'm just going to send you that. So there's a tweet that's the clip of what Arne Slot's saying about Gakpo. You asked the chat to answer that, didn't you? I would bench. Good grief. Gut feel is Timber there to bench, mate. Chantel is from Barbados. Absolutely massive. I wish I was in Barbados today. I went outside. It's so cold in the UK today, by the way. FPL Tom. FPL Tom on the head-to-head league. I love to see it, man. Cortex has got a date with dumbbells. Love it, mate. I've got a date with some water and a diving block. To be fair, I wasn't worried at all after hearing Slot's words, but I saw on Twitter that he didn't train. Yeah, but I don't know. Not training doesn't mean that he's not going to get minutes, because he's playing on Sunday, isn't he? Yeah, you're probably right to do that, Alexandru. Foden to Trossard. Cheers, Tom, mate. You too, man. Hope your stream goes well. Thoughts on Potter assistant manager? I wouldn't do it, mate. I think it's Emery, Slot, or bust this week. You have to go for a doubler, in my mind. In fact, I'd almost say getting the best assistant manager this week, in your opinion, is worth a hit as well, because it's a double game week. Yeah, the logic there is pretty sound, to be fair. So I've got Robinson in defence. I should bench Chris Wood. Oh, it's Chris Wood. It's Chris Wood. I can't bench Chris Wood. It's so sunny and warm here. Is Watkins in all right? Well, he's not going to come into my team. And he's been spotted in the... I think Villa have pictured him in training. Or in the gym. So I think he'd be all right. I think he'll play. But for me, I'd keep Isak. Yeah, I'm coming back to that one at AK because I'm not sure. I think Trossard, he's probably going to play up front for Arsenal, isn't he, given the injuries they have. What does the chat think? Would you transfer out Foden to get Trossard? Woodstock Chris is playing Chris Wood. I'd bloody well hope so, mate. Yeah, exactly. Chris Wood's done absolute bits for me. Who's already in your team? Oh, you're considering getting rid of Watkins. Oh, I wouldn't get rid of Watkins this week if you have him. I tell you what, Nwaneri could be a decent pick. He could be decent. Is he a forward in FPL though? Is he actually a forward? Benching Ahmad's, it's all right. You can't. Njai's a forward, isn't he? So we could potentially have an Arsenal starting midfielder now for 4.5 million. Yeah, but just because Trossard's going to play a lot of minutes doesn't necessarily mean he's going to score lots of goals. Start Hall or Mikalenko? I'd probably start Mikalenko. Oh, God. Is that true? Is that really how I feel? Let's have a look. Who's Mikalenko got? Palace away. Oh, that's tough. You know what? Lewis Hall, why not? Lewis Hall. Jamie, you'll be fine, mate. It's just whether you want to use it this week or later on in the season. I don't think you're cooked. Could you let me know if Gakpo is fit? He's a doubt, mate. He's a doubt and didn't train today. Kato's going to school. We'll see, man. We'll see. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. That's how we're looking, as you can see. I've got Gakpo on my bench at the moment. B-ball checkmate. I wish I could answer it. That's what I'm doing at the moment. But I just don't know. I don't know what to do. One free transfer. What to do with Sanchez? I would buy Kepa. There you go. Buy Kepa. Should we do some score? We can do some score predictions on the new graphics. You ready? Oh, it didn't quite work. Excuse me. Those are my score predictions for this week. I've gone for Chelsea just edging it against Brighton. I think Arsenal win and keep a clean sheet. Villa 3, Ipswich 1. I've gone Forest 1, Fulham 0. Hopefully Chris Wood scores it. Man City 2, Newcastle 2. I've got Bournemouth beating Southampton 3-0. West Ham 2-2 draw against Brentford. Palace 1, Everton 1. Liverpool 4, Wolves 1. I've got Spurs beating Man United. I think they probably do beat Man United. And then I've got Liverpool beating Villa. Even though I've got Emery, assistant manager, I still... I would predict that Liverpool would beat Aston Villa. But I like the upside of going for Emery. So that's what we're doing this week. I'm going to sell Gakpo to get the funds to swap Moyes for Emery. I go for Wissa because he's cheaper. Wissa will give you more flexibility in the future. So I'd do that. Good to see you, Sally. Hope you're keeping well. I'm starting Robertson and Milenkovic. Me too. Happy. Well, you can see. Hang on. You can't see it yet. That's what I'm doing. 12:30 a.m. in Australia. That is huge, mate. Best of luck to you, Don Pepe. I'm just going to move my microphone, which might be a bit noisy. There we go. Gary O'Driscoll. If you don't have triple Liverpool, is Slot better than Emery, or should I save my... Mate, I think it's really hard to decide if you should use your assistant manager this week or wait till later on in the season. Because, in fact, this will answer Holly's question I've just seen there as well. This week's great for assistant manager, right? Because you've got a double game week. But then next week, I think next week is really tough. So this is game week 26. You know, there's the games. Is there an obvious... Oh, you can't see that because it's cropped out. There you go. Is there an obvious assistant manager pick there? You know, Leicester, Brentford. Leicester could get a result there. Everton, Man United. Hard to call that. Arsenal, West Ham. Not sure. Hard to call that. Possibly Bournemouth, Wolves is the most likely to win, maybe. Fulham, Palace. Impossible to call that. I think Spurs, Ipswich is quite hard to call as well, just with what we've seen from Spurs this season. Southampton, Brighton, again. Like, Brighton can be pretty poor. Villa, Chelsea's tough. Newcastle, Forest. There's some really... I find it really hard to predict any of the games next week, which makes it really hard to pick an assistant manager. So whilst you could use it this week to target a double game week, I don't know who I'd put it on. So arguably, you could use your triple captain this week and then potentially assistant manager later on in the season. So for the avoidance of doubt, Holly, the red card means nothing. He won't be on the touchline, of course, but doesn't mean anything for the points. That's my team. Harmony, good to see you. I hope you're well. It's been a little while, hasn't it? What do you think? I've made some new graphics. I hope you like them. If Pep has table bonus, I'd be tempted. Yeah, true, actually. They're, what, 4th? They could beat Liverpool, to be fair. I'll give you that. Gakpo to Mateta for a -4? No, I wouldn't do that. I think Gakpo plays a game this week. I just don't see the point in doing that. Who would you bench between Mateta and Wissa? God, that's so tough. Flip a coin. Get a coin out and flip a coin. Bong Spawn. I've been playing catch up lately. How to calm down and let it go? Easier said than done, mate. But FPL should not be the most important thing in your life, that's for sure. You've got to have other stuff going on that you can focus your attention on, mate. Definitely. That's the secret, is to have other plates in your life that you spin. Easier said than done, as someone who's currently 29k overall, mate. I admit, but that's what you do. I don't understand that question, Yommies. Who is Morgan's? Because I wouldn't get rid of Morgan Rogers, that's for sure. What to do with Gakpo? I don't think he's a... I don't know. Depends how many transfers you've got. If you've got, like, 5 free transfers, you could be potentially selling him. But if you've got a low number of transfers, I'd probably look to keep him, to be honest. He's still going to play a game, I think. Take a -4 to get Emery, Szoboszlai and Watkins in. Or just get Mateta for free. Yeah, just get Mateta and Slot for free, I think. Although I'm confused as to why... Oh, because it's 3 moves compared to 2. If money was no object, I'm going to ask the chat this. If money was no object, you had unlimited transfers, would you pick, and you didn't have 3 Liverpool players, would you pick as your assistant manager this week, based on Liverpool's performance in the Everton game, based on how well David Moyes did last week, would you pick Unai Emery or Arne Slot as your assistant manager? Money's no object. Who is the best? I genuinely think it could be Emery, because the upside of these table bonus points, I think it's worth using it on an assistant manager with a tough game. It's my view. I'm one of the most risk-averse FPL players you'll ever come across, and even I think it's worth taking a punt with this chip. Sally, what do you think of Ferguson, the new West Ham striker? 5.5 million, fit to start, have the cash for Wissa. I got him Boomo. I don't like him all that much. I prefer Wissa. So I'd say get Wissa. But if your gut is telling you Ferguson's going to do really well, I'll base it on emotion. If your gut's saying Ferguson's going to do really well, then I pick him. Because the last thing you want is me telling you to pick someone else. It goes against your instinctual decision, and then it doesn't work out because you're going to think, oh, I wish I never listened to Tom. So I would go with your gut if you think Ferguson's going to do well. For me, though, I would personally pick Wissa. That's my opinion. Woodstock Chris. Well, you can do both, mate. You can do both. Yeah, someone's saying Emery. No one knows Real Life Demon. All that Arnie Slot has said... Oh, sorry. All that Arnie Slot has said is that he's a doubt for the Wolves game. That's all he said. And he didn't play. He didn't train today. So he could be back for the Villa game. It absolutely makes sense to triple captain this week. Salah this week, mate. I think, on paper, this week, the triple captaincy is better than last week. Everton away, Bournemouth away is tougher than Wolves at home, Villa away for me. Risk it for a biscuit on what? Oh, on the assistant manager. No, I haven't seen any news on Eze yet. I'll keep you posted if I see anything. Have you got a cold? Where's that stemming from, mate? I think I always sound like this. And also, I don't know what it is, but the UK is so cold at the moment that I've just been outside for a little walk before I went live. Whenever there's like a sudden temperature change, it really messes with me. So that might be what it is. I don't own Mbumo. Should I sell Gakpo for Wissa for it? Excuse me. I'm choking on my biscuit now. No, I definitely wouldn't sell Gakpo to Wissa for a hit. Real Life Demon. Well, you can see it, mate. Yeah, absolutely. And also, I think Villa, stylistically, they match up quite well against Liverpool. I don't know. I feel like they could hurt them on the counter-attack. I really do. Just going to have a biscuit, if that's all right. I got a Belvita to get through. You have Moyes right now. Do you just get Emery? I'm actually on the Coco one at the moment. The Coco one's really nice. Transfer Trent to Kirkes. Bloody hell. I would just get Emery, mate. I would just get Emery. Liverpool always destroy Villa, except when Villa beat them, 8-1 a few seasons ago, or 7-1? I think Villa could get a result out of them. I really do. And I think it's worth chasing the upside. Yeah, Lucas, sorry. It looks weird for me as well. As hits go, Christopher, that's a good hit. I rate it. I like that hit if it's all confirmed. I have David Moyes right now. Do I just get Emery? See, I've tried to read it. I can't make sense of it. Or transfer either Trent to Kirkes and get Slot, or Gakpo to Wissa and get Slot. I would do Gakpo to Wissa, get Slot. That makes sense now after I read it again. I'd go for Howson, mate. There's a custard creams Easter egg. Holy moly. No, I haven't. I'm going to have to go and get one now. I didn't realise they were a thing. I will be going to M&S tomorrow to get one of them. Thank you for letting me know. Decal driving. Hope you're well. 125 points. Huge. I love that. Custard creams aren't like a theme. They're just my favourite biscuit. So yeah. And the greatest FPL team of all time. Let me just show you. You can see it. I don't know. Depends, but yeah, I'm called Custard Cream FC. That's my team name. M&S custard creams are the best. I've never, I must say, I've never tried an M&S custard cream. I'm not one of you posh folk that shop in M&S, but I will. I'll be sure to try one. Ollie, I'll report back. I've also got a swimming competition next weekend. So my next, well, I know I'm eating Belvita, but I've got training later on, so I'll burn that off. But the next week of eating, actually the next fortnight, because I've got another one the weekend after. The next couple of weeks of eating for me are going to have to be pretty disciplined. So I think the custard creams Easter egg was going to have to wait until I finish my swimming competitions. Did you see me up there at 6k? Smashing it, Harmony. Ahmad over Gakpo, probably not for me. Play Wood or risk Gakpo? See what I'm doing in my team at the moment, mate. That's where I'm at the moment. I love that, G-Wiz. Good to see you, my friend. Who to bench? I have Ahmad, Wissa, and Mbumo, Palmer, and Wood. Ahmad. Do you think Rodgers to Bournemouth midfielder? Yes, I'll be doing that likely next week. Although it does feel like a little bit of a luxury one. But he's got Liverpool, Chelsea. He's on 3 yellow cards. He blanks in 29. It's a sensible move, I think. Trent update. Well, he's fine. He played minutes against Everton. I think he's fit to go. He was just getting eased back into it, I think, ahead of that Merseyside derby. I'm just going to finish my Belvita, if that's all right. Ahmad to Trossard, Semenyo or Kluivert? Kluivert for me. Even though I own Semenyo, I'd say Kluivert. The reason I have Semenyo is because I've had him for a long time. And also, there's absolutely no justification to do Semenyo to Kluivert. So I'm stuck with Semenyo, basically. Keep the questions coming in. I got a quiz. We can do the quiz in 5 minutes' time. And also, if any members are in the chat, want their teams reviewed, send me your IDs after the quiz, and we can look at your teams. I swim, well, it's called freestyle, but it's front crawl. You would know it as front crawl. That's my stroke. I'll swim the 50 and 100 freestyle. That's my 2 events. James C, that's a really tough question. Well, it's called freestyle because I'll answer that one first. It's called freestyle because you can actually swim any stroke. It's just that front crawl is the fastest. So you could enter a freestyle event and swim butterfly. People do that. But front crawl's the fastest one, basically. In terms of Ahmad and Howson, I would always say I'd pick the attacking player. So I'd bench Howson. Nwaneri for a hit? No. Is it possible Foden could be a good pick? Sure. I think if I had him, I wouldn't sell him. Likely. I know I probably told someone to sell him earlier, but I probably regret saying that, actually. No confirmed news on Watkins' jet travel, but he was pictured in the gym yesterday. Don't know. You would also use a gym to recover from an injury, so. It's been confirmed, has it? Let's have a look. Yeah, we got news, ladies and gents. We got some news. There you go. Unai Emery has confirmed Ollie Watkins and Mings will be in the squad. So Nana, Konsa, Barkley, Cash, and Torres are sidelined. So there you go. Watkins is fit. Although I still think his minutes are going to be managed. Just with the... Villa have got so many attacking players now. I'd just be a bit careful. And yeah, mate, the 50 freestyle at Olympic level is mental. I would agree. That's my event, man. That's why I do it. I like the idea of... I don't really like distance sports anyway. But I quite like the idea of just being the fastest. Not necessarily being able to hold that speed for very long, but just being point A to point B the fastest possible. That's what I like. Could play Gordon or keep on bench and take a -4. I just play Gordon. Yeah, just play Gordon. Man City away is not a bad fixture. I would actually say, if you've got an attacking player that plays Man City, I would consider Man City a team to target in that scenario. By the way, I haven't asked this at all yet. If you haven't already, especially with the new graphics going on, please leave me a like rating. I'd really appreciate it if you could like the stream. That'd be wonderful. Let's see if we can get to... How many likes are we on at the moment? Let's set a little like target for us. I would buy Kirkez, Colin, I think. I back Bournemouth defensively over Palace. How many likes? 30 likes. Come on, we can get to 100 likes. See if we can get to 100 likes. Leave a like on the stream if you haven't already. Worth transferring Sarr this week. Not got any Bournemouth at the moment. No, I'd keep Sarr for one more week against Everton, I think. Oh, actually, yeah, you could get Clivert, I suppose. Gakpo or Dango? Gakpo or Dango? Dango. I don't think Watkins plays more than 60. I'd be inclined to agree with you. Ryan Porter, he's there at the moment. I'm not going to promise that's where I'll be at the end. And Jai got 0 in the bank. Who do I get? I just answered that, mate. Just play him. Just play Gordon. I've literally just spent 5 minutes saying that Man City are a team to target. No, Jamie, I don't. There's no LinkedIn on FPL. There's no FPL on LinkedIn. I try and keep the two distinctly separate, mate. Distinctly separate, because it's professional to do it like that. Oh no! So I'm not saying that it's a foregone conclusion that Newcastle win. I'm just saying that I don't think Man City are very good defensively, and I just don't think you're keeping a clean sheet. I don't know who wins. I genuinely don't know who's going to win that game, but I think it's a pretty much guaranteed that Man City concede. That's what I was trying to say. I was actually having this conversation with someone yesterday evening, Pete. For me, it's got to be Indian food, mate. I love a curry. It's got to be Indian food for me. You think Newcastle will win? Yeah, I mean, it means Lewis will play. Exactly. He's Rico Lewis has been getting a lot of criticism recently, hasn't he? FPL Siege, I mean, it all depends what other chips you have available. Because I do think this week is a good opportunity to use a triple captain as well. Although I say it's Indian food, but I would say my taste in Indian food is probably English inspired Indian food. Because like chicken tikka masala, it's not my favourite, but that, for example, is not. It's not actual Indian food. But I do like butter chicken, and I do think butter chicken is an actual Indian recipe. I don't think chicken tikka masala actually is, though. Oh, I see. Use triple captain. That's a good one. I would just look at the next couple of weeks and just see if you still want to use it. Because I personally, I've already used it. I'm very happy because I've got 4 fixtures out of it. But just look at the fixtures next week, and if you can't pick an assistant manager next week, don't use it. Indian food's too spicy. We don't have to have spicy Indian food, mate. You don't think Villa are going to beat Liverpool? Well, if that's your opinion, I wouldn't play it. For me, I think Villa could get a result against Liverpool. And I think the table bonus is there for the taking. We all know the Gordon, James Corden scene. I was getting confused then. I thought you wrote Anthony Gordon. My mind was going everywhere then. Butter chicken, sorry, I should speak proper English, to repurpose leftover tandoori chicken by cooking it. There you go. Does that mean it's actual authentic Indian food though? Or is it still a British recipe? Authentic. There you go, you see. We love a butter chicken. I agree with Happy Human. I think a draw is possible. But like I don't know, is a korma actually Indian or is that British inspired? I don't know. I know a chicken tikka masala. You can't go to India and get a chicken tikka masala, I don't think. He has 4, what does he have? 4 naan breads and a poppadom with it as well. I'll tell you what, his food bill, Smithy's food bill must be expensive. You can in Goa, can you? There you go. I need to go to India, don't I? Trent and Watkins use both fit, mate. Both fit and ready to go. You don't need Trent use. He played minutes against Everton. That means he's going to be fit. Would you do a -4 for Gakpo to Watkins? That's quite an interesting one. Probably not, no. Thought we were talking Mark Corrigan. Oh, I do know a bit of Peep Show as well. I answer that almost every stream, Pete. I'd love to go to, well, I don't think I'm specific to a country, but I really want to do a safari. And I think South Africa seems the best place to do that. So I'd like to visit there. So many places I want to go, mate. I'm going to Florence at the end of March during the international break, which I'm really excited for. I haven't done the quiz. I meant to do the quiz. I'll do the quiz in a second. And I want to go to Japan. I want to go there as well. I would probably move to Budapest if it was me. I've not been to either, though. I'm looking forward to Florence. Again, the person I was hanging out with yesterday lived in Florence for 3 or 4 months, I think she said. So I learned quite a lot. And I'm well prepared now. I know a few spots to go to. Greetings, Domenico De Luca. I would start Robinson. And I would bench Ahmad. Quiz time. Let's do a quiz. Are you ready? Sorry, the animation might be a bit dodgy. Anyway. Who was the second? We all know who the highest scoring player was. There's no surprise there. But who was the second highest scoring player in Game Week 24? Who scored the second most points last week behind Salah? Obviously, Salah number 1. Who was second? I think I made some of the questions on this quiz easy. They're easier than they usually are. So we'll see. We'll see how many people get them. I'll tell you what, Moyes does not count. But Moyes would be the correct answer to that question if he counted as a player. But I'm not going to count him as a player. I've got a little twinge in my back as well. I don't know if it's a strain or I've got like a knot in it. I've got a really sore bit on my back. Lalix, good to see you, my friend. I hope you're keeping well. Right. The answer, ladies and gentlemen, is Beto. 21 points for him. Well done, everyone that said Beto. Next question. Who is that? It's not me, by the way. It looks quite similar to me, actually. But it's not me. Absolutely, Paul. There's a few people I've got to meet in Cape Town by the looks of it. Good to see Brisky. Should you remove Arnie's slot? Absolutely not. No. If you've got a slot, you don't need to get rid of him. He won't be suspended from the FPL game. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't get rid of slot. The actual Virat Kohli is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. What about slot? Oh, Unai Emery, mate. All day long. Gotta be. Gotta take the risk. Get Emery. Next. The answer, by the way, is James Tarkovsky. He's got some fantastic ears on him, hasn't he? I'm allowed to say that because my ears stick out too. I've got Emery, Virat Kohli. You'll see it in a minute. Next question. All right, I'm not going to put the number because it's going to change all the time. So I haven't put a number, but I'm pretty sure the answer will still be correct. Who is the most transferred in player ahead of Gameweek 25? Who is the most transferred in player? The answer is Justin Kluivert. So well done, everyone that said Kluivert. We've done 3 questions. So let us know what you're on out of 3. Let us know what you're on out of 3. I think my back's kind of easing up. A couple of people on 0. Come on, man. Those were some easier questions. I tell you what, the clip of, hey, who am I to judge? But the clip of Kluivert dancing when he's in the delivery room with his wife was a bit outrageous. I mean, if you were his wife having like contractions in the process of giving birth, would you be very happy if your husband was recording TikToks? Don't know. I don't think I'd be too pleased. Anyway. Question number 4. Question number 4. Who is that? Do you think they will call the baby Andy? Andy Martin's been an absolute legend about the thing, hasn't he? He's great. All right, I see the answers flying in. The answer is it's Unai Emery. Good evening to you too, anyone that said that. There you go. It's Unai Emery. Question number 5. How many goals were scored? Final question. How many goals were scored in Game Week 24? How many goals were scored in Game Week 24? That's why I asked the question. It's quite a tough one, isn't it? It feels like the game week was so long ago. Since when have I done the quiz? I've been doing it for months, mate. Pretty much since the start of the season, I think. Oh, JM, thank you for the donation. What would you recommend? Use a free transfer to take out Gakpo or Trent and add in Slot, or save the transfer and bring in Emery? My gut feel is save the transfer and bring in Emery. If you want my gut feel, I think Emery is potentially a better assistant manager this week than Slot is. Gakpo news is Arnie Slot said he's a doubt for the Wolves game, which is the next fixture, and he hasn't been pictured in training today, and the fixture is on Sunday. So I'm not gonna draw any conclusions from that. I'm just gonna state the facts that we know, and those are the facts that we know. I actually think Emery is better than Slot this week. That's obviously my opinion. Hopefully that helps, mate. Thank you for the donation. There you go, by the way. The answer's 38. Yaswan, I've no idea how you did it, but I said how many goals were scored and you answered it instantly. So I'm very impressed by that. Let us know what you got out of 5. I don't think he could have cheated because it was instant. It was an instant answer. Yeah, that's my team at the moment, for anyone that was wondering. I really appreciate the donation, Jay. Thank you very much. I'm also desperate for the loo, so I might have to nip to the loo in a minute because I've had a cup of tea and a big drink of water. Would you do Pickford to Kepa? No. No, I'd keep Pickford. I think Pickford's fine. I do, John. Maybe you should... it's not like that, Jamie. Maybe you should revise the number of goals so you can get my quiz questions right. Gakpo to Wissa for free. No, I wouldn't do it. I honestly don't know if Gakpo will start against Wolves. We don't have a definitive answer to that question, I'm afraid. I think Frostbolt, I've got a role, mate. Mine is just an entirely benching headache decision this week. Munoz and Alanga, that's painful. Have you seen how much better the Bournemouth fixtures are than Everton? Yeah, but why would you do it this week? I just wouldn't do it. I think Pickford's absolutely fine to just keep and hold, mate. Start Gakpo, Munoz, Robinson. I'd start Gakpo. Start the attacker. Don't think Slot will risk Gakpo versus Wolves. Could take him off. Could bring him off the bench though. Yeah, Nwaneri could be decent. You've just got to remember what he is. Remember what he is. He's not a nailed-on 90-minute Arsenal player. He's good, but he's not nailed on for 90 minutes every game, that's for sure. Thank you, Ant. I appreciate that. Am I looking very potato-heady today? I don't know. You have to tell me that one. It's just my opinion, Jamie. Also, I feel like Pickford... The beauty of goalkeepers is even when they've got a tough fixture, there's potential to get saves points, right? Right, I do need the loo. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Probably less, actually. Sorry if you guys heard that. Stream hasn't ended, bro. I just went to the loo. Have a good game week, John. Double 32 announced. Is that actually happened? Oh my god. What a crazy afternoon of news. Has that actually happened, has it? Where's that? I've not seen it yet. I've not seen it yet. I'm just checking. Oh, it is. Double game week 32. It's a thing. Holy moly. Wow. What a crazy afternoon of news. You got to do something to keep up with it, haven't you? Wow. Wow. Crazy. I did wash my hands, Ryan. I did wash them. They're all good. So yeah, double game week 32. Oh my god. Oh, Freddie. I'm sorry it's not easy for you. It's the game, isn't it, man? Excuse me. Being impersonated. Who is impersonating you, Nixie? Less doubles this year, they said. Yeah, exactly. Double game week 32 for which teams? Newcastle and Crystal Palace? Yeah, Newcastle and Crystal Palace. There you go. How big is that, eh? Huge. Right. People just asking. I've just put it on screen. Maybe you're a little bit behind. Palace will have 2 table bonus fixtures. There you go. So that could potentially be a better time to deploy the assistant manager, couldn't it? Nothing on screen? Oh yeah, too right. It's not showing it. Sorry, guys. For some reason my screen share's broken. I was like flashing it up on screen and no one could see it. There we go. Sorry about that. I appreciate you letting me know. Whoa, that's... What? It's all gone zoomed in. What's going on? Bear with. It's all gone broken. Sorry, guys. I'm doing some IT on the flight. What has happened here? Oh, this is a mess. Bear with, folks. What is going on? What is going on? Good grief. My screen share is just all messed up. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened there. Bear with. You're watching on-the-fly graphics design happening right here. I have to drag that down a little bit. Like that. There we go. Make it a bit bigger. Sorry, folks. How did that happen? That should all fit on screen now, sort of. There you go. Right. Would you sell Ahmad Alanga or Bruno to anyone? No. No, I wouldn't. I'd consider, I guess, buying a Bournemouth midfielder. Keep Eze or get Clivert. They'll blank in 29 now, will Palace, won't they? Wait on news. Wait on news. There's still a bit of time. Do you think Gakpo will play? I think he'll play the Villa game. Not sure he plays the Wolves game. Or bench Bruno or Otara. I'd probably bench Bruno. I can't believe I'm saying that. Who would you bench out of Mbumo, Wood and Clivert? Probably saying Mbumo. That's so hard. That is so hard though. Play Wissa or Gakpo? I'd probably play Gakpo. Is it worth going Trent / Wissa to Kanate / Watkins? No, absolutely not. Stick with what you got, mate. I actually don't hate Ahmad to Clivert, you know. I agree, Fantasy FC. If I had a chip, I'd probably use the triple captain this week. On paper, Salah's fixtures this week are better than last week, aren't they? I mean, when you think about it, he had Bournemouth away, Everton away last week, and he scored one of the highest points in FPL history in a game week. So, yeah. DG232. What does that mean? I know what it means, don't worry. FOMO not having doubled up on Villa players. I'm not too worried. Well, my double up, I guess, is Emery and Rodgers, isn't it? That's enough for me. I'm still not sure what to do with Gakpo. Still not sure that's the right decision. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch people's deadline streams, aren't I? I'm going to watch other people's deadline streams on the way to training or while I'm waiting on poolside doing my stretching. And I'm going to find out who we're going for. I love cars, man. I want to get a Mark 7 GTI. That's potentially my GT86 replacement is a Mark 7 GTI. Although I want a 3-door manual one with ideally leather seats because I don't really like the check seats, but they're very hard to come by. So I haven't been able to find one yet. That sounds great. I also don't like how you can't turn the stability control off at all. Gakpo to Watkins. Ooh. Would I do Gakpo to Watkins? No, I'm not bringing in Slot. I've already used a transfer to get Emery in, mate. Gakpo to Watkins is quite intriguing, isn't it? Just gonna see if there's any Twitter news. I've just seen a tweet from Kim Kardashian of Kanye West's wife. What a crazy! I mean, honestly, today's news in press conferences and stuff. It's so much. So much has happened today. Decal driving. I was looking exactly. That's exactly what I'd. Oh man, I was looking at GT3 Tourings on Auto Trader yesterday. That's all I'll say. Did I unmod you? Or are you being impersonated? Are you what's happened here? I didn't unmod you, mate. All of your messages have been retracted. I don't know what's going on. Is someone impersonating Nixie? Is that actually a thing? Currently have Moyes. I'd get Emery. How would you decide, please? Got 0 in the bank, but if I get rid of Gakpo for Wissa, I can bring in Slot in. Oh, yeah, go on then. Go on then, do it. Well, Nixie, you said earlier on that someone was impersonating you. I've done absolutely nothing to your profile. For some reason, you're not a moderator now. Not my doing. I don't think I did anything there. I don't know what's going on, mate. Hang on. I'm refreshing. I'm going to refresh YouTube because my chat's all frozen up. If it's not the Nixie, I can just remove you as a moderator if needs be. I don't know what happened there. Since City defence is a shambles, or Wissa, Wood or Gordon, that's a real headache. I've no idea, mate. I wish I could answer that. Would you start Wissa, Wood or Gordon? Good grief. I'd probably... Oh, I want to say Wissa, but I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Would you bench Wissa, Wood or Gordon? I've no idea. Some of these benching headaches this week, by the way, are just absolutely mental. I don't know what I do. Here's my score predictions, by the way. Oh no, I've modded someone who's not actually Nixie. Hang on. I see what's happened here. It's alright, mate, we'll sort it out. Sorry, guys, if your messages are getting deleted. It's alright, don't worry. We'll sort it out. You can't ban people. He's just deleted messages. It's fine. It's fine. He's gone. Don't worry, guys. He's gone. Our impersonator's gone. Don't worry. And I'm pretty sure everyone that put a message in is fine. Because you're not banned, I don't think. So everyone should be able to type just fine. Yeah, if any members want to send me their FPL IDs, I will. Because you've got nothing better to do, mate. You really need to have something better to do than that. What a hobby that is. Impersonating people in a live stream chat and then banning people in it. You need to get a life, man. I'll have a look at your guys' teams. This is members only, but if you want to send a super chat in or join as a member, you're very welcome to. I'd very much appreciate that. And I will have a look at your team as a result. There we go. I did think that, Nixie, when I was looking at his profile. I was like, well, push comes to shove, I could just ban him. It doesn't really matter. I know I could. Thank you, Pratik. I know I'd just be able to catch him and ban him, so it's all fine. I did weigh that up in my head though, because you were talking about someone impersonating you. Whose team? This is Freddie's team. Have you used... I can't see. If you've used an assistant manager, it won't show me. Have you used an assistant manager this week? Ready? Moyes. I'd get Emery in. You got the exact cash, I think, to do Moyes to Emery, and I would probably leave it. I'd stick with Gakpo. I just don't think it's worth a transfer to get rid of him. I think I'd get Emery in and probably roll and put João Pedro first on my bench. Because you'll want those transfers further down the line, I think. I don't know what that word is. I don't think I'd sell Gordon, though, against Man City. Although, I guess, if he's an injured out, maybe I would. I do think Man City, especially for attacking players in your team, are a team to target as opposed to the other way around. Lalix, let's have a look at your team. Hopefully that helps you, Freddie. That's how long that went on for, mate. Lalix. Oh, good team. It's a good team. Who's your assistant manager, mate? Do you have your assistant manager active? Let us know who your ass man is, if you've got one. It's way too early to think about Saka, mate. You got Moyes. I'd go to Emery. And then I'm not sure they'll do anything else other than getting Emery in. I just don't think there's an easy replacement for Gakpo that you can afford. This is so weird. Nixie, I'm sorry that you're having to deal with this guy. You're in a safe place here, man. Every message he ever sends is getting deleted and he's getting banned from the channel. What a weirdo. Do you know this person in real life? My pleasure, Lalix. I'm very happy to help you, mate. You want to be careful with those comments, by the way, Loff or handcrafted edits, because people can go, well, I don't know where you come from, but if you're in the UK and you start talking about you know where someone lives, people can go to the police about that kind of thing. It's not, and for some reason, the police don't seem to, they don't really take exception to online stuff like that. They do get quite serious about it. So I'm just letting you know, depending on where you're based. Anyway, I'm here as well, Nixie. I got you, man. I'll square up to him. I personally prefer Kluivert to Semenyo this game week, mate. I go for Kluivert. I know I own Semenyo, but there's no justification to sell Semenyo for Kluivert. I'd probably prefer Kluivert in a straight shootout between the two players. Why not Kluivert? By the way, if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like rating on the stream. That would be amazing. I'd really appreciate that if you're enjoying yourself. Let's see if we can actually get to 100 likes, because I don't think many people have liked the stream yet. I'm just watching. We've had 1,200 people tune in so far, and we've got 68 likes. So let's see if we can up those numbers. It'd be great to get a like rating if you're enjoying the stream. I'm trying to think of as many different ways to word asking for a like as possible. I have Kluivert, Dango, Mbumo, Palmer, and Salah. Sorry, I've got a bit of a twinge in my back, so I'm from time to time massaging it with my own hand. Tell you what, that's what I could do with on Valentine's Day this year is a nice sports massage on my back. I think Wissa's the one to have on the bench incognito. It just depends. How many minutes do you believe Gakpo will get? That's the question, I think. I'm super confused. Who should I bench? Wissa, Wood, or Isak? Or Wissa. That's what I would do. I couldn't bring myself to bench Chris Wood. Yeah, 100 likes would be amazing. Thanks, folks. New graphics and everything. Look at that. I think it looks pretty good on my phone, actually. I've probably got the biggest camera view of any FPL streamer. Most people are like tiny in the corner, but I've gone big. And also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'd appreciate that. I'm trying to grow my Instagram account a little bit. So yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram, the @'s just there. What do you think of Frank as an assistant manager? Alfie, are you saying for Gameweek 26? That was jumping out at me as well, you know. Thank you, some random guy commenting on videos. Ooh, Moyes. 0 transfers, 0 in the bank. It depends who else you have in your team, mate. That's really tough. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the Brentford fixture. He's got Leicester away. That's not a bad one, you know. Again, I'd want to chase the upside, if possible. And I would... Southampton and Brighton, 5 places away from each other. Hang on, let's have a quick look. I'm just going to switch screens. We'll just go on that screen a sec. Here we go. They are. Now, this sounds absolutely outrageous, right? This sounds absolutely outrageous. But of all the teams where there could be an upset result, do you think that could be Southampton at home against Brighton? Is that possible? Could Southampton beat Brighton? Because I'm kind of thinking they might be able to. I don't know. Just a gut feel. Because Brighton on their day of being rubbish are really rubbish. Just whether there are any other table bonus games, I guess. Oh, Yusuf, thank you so much, my friend. On a -4. My gut feel, Yusuf, is to avoid taking the hits. I would probably start João Pedro or Robinson, yeah. Who would I do out of those two? Probably start João Pedro. I just don't think the -4 for Gakpo to Watkins is worth it, because Gakpo will play a game, sure. Gakpo's not definitely out. Arnie Slot said he's a doubt, and he wasn't pictured in training for Liverpool today. And also, that doesn't mean that he's out for the Villa fixture. Man U might lose to Everton, but is that a table bonus? No, they're only two. They're only 2 places away from each other, so that's not a table bonus, unfortunately. Man United are terrible, aren't they? Ipswich Spurs, yeah, that's a good shout, Sally. I hate selling Isak. Oh, God. Did I not just say to do Gakpo to Wissa? I can't remember. Did I tell you to do something? You just ignored me. Shocking. I don't think I actually did. I think that might have been someone else. It's quite easy to get confused by people asking me what to do with their teams. I'm just going to check Twitter and see if there's any more amazing news that's come out. I've got to do a tweet reply a sec as well. Bear with, guys. I'm just doing a bit of Twitter genius off screen. My laptop has been absolutely shanked then because I was using Grok AI to do me an image. What are you planning on doing with Emery? Is that you saying what my plans for 26? I've no idea, mate, at the moment. I'm playing one game week at a time with this assistant manager. I think Foden could do all right, yeah. Scored against, well, won the penalty against Real Madrid. I just don't think... what was that, Paul? What have I missed? I just don't think that Man City are that bad going forward. How many teams blank in 34? I actually don't know the answer to that. Ben Krellin is the source for that. I'm not going to pretend to be a fixtures expert. Ben Krellin will know the answer to that. Yesterday, I did Hall, Gordon and Sells to Kirkes, Cliver and Kepper. Kind of sad that I didn't wait for updates. Oh, with the Gakpo and all that news. Yeah. Gakpo, so news on Gakpo, not definitely out by any stretch. Slot has said that he's a doubt for the Wolves game, which is obviously the first one of the double. And then he could be back for Villa. He hasn't trained today. That's the latest on Gakpo. Excuse me. Hoping Jurgensen starts. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Sanchez has been dropped officially by Maresca. Yeah, we looked at that, Paul. You must have missed that bit. You must have hopped off the stream when we spoke about it, mate. But yeah, we had that up on stream earlier. A double game week for Crystal Palace and Newcastle announced in Game Week 32. Well, we don't know about Gakpo, mate. We don't know. It's quite simple, really. Missed training today. Slot says he's a doubt. That's what we know. Yeah, leave us a like rating. How many are we on at the moment? How many are we on? $88. Getting there. Give us a like rating, folks. I'd appreciate that. Any Gakpo replacement suggestions? Well, unless I was selling him to get Arnie Slot in, I probably wouldn't sell Gakpo. I think we can aim for higher than 100 as well, you know. I reckon 200 is a reasonable target. I've still got another hour and a half to go, so we'll see. Halfway through the stream, pretty much. Leave us a like if you haven't already. Beto for Njai. Nah, I would not get Beto now, personally. Harry, I love that, mate. Check my team. I'm doing it at the moment. I cannot promise you that that's my final answer, but I'm doing it at the moment. It's also absolutely freezing in my room at the moment. I've had the heater on for the entire stream, and I'm still cold. So I'm going to put a coat on. What is going on in the UK today? It is so cold. In fact, I know what I'm going to do. I'm gonna up the romance levels in here, folks, because you're spending your Valentine's afternoon with me. I've got a candle here. I just need to find a lighter. We've got a lighter as well. Here we go. It's my alien lighter. I'm gonna light a candle for you guys on stream. You ready? Ow! I'm gonna burn my finger while I'm doing it as well. There we go. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. There's the romantic candle. I burnt my finger on it as well. I'm taking the mickey. Come on, man. Do you not appreciate the candle? How romantic's that? Start Gakpo or Wissa? I think I'd still start Gakpo, you know. Would you go Bruno to Mbumo for -4 and free up cash for... No. I think with double game week 32, I would probably use the assistant manager then. I would do David Moyes to Emery, I think, Barry. Personally, I would do David Moyes to Emery. I've always felt that the assistant manager is best used chasing the table bonus. Chasing sounds like the wrong word. Going for, attempting to get the tables bonus. What else is there? Gakpo out. Not for me. I'm just a little bit... I'm still really unsure what to do with my team. I've got an hour and a half to go the deadline stream, and I am not any wiser than I was previously about what I should do with my team. I'm thinking of doing Enzo to Dango, funded by Robinson to 8 Nori. What? Wait, Enzo and Dango are the same price, aren't they? How does that work? Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure Dango's like, what, 5 million? How much is Enzo? My pleasure, mate. That's what the romance is all about. Here's a cat. Ooh, I better not drop my candle over my... There you go. How romantic. So, Enzo's gone down to 4.8. Holy moly. He has really gone down, hasn't he? I thought he was more than that. Who are you playing? The question is, Sean, who are you playing this week instead of Enzo? Because a hit, you can avoid taking a hit by delaying the move. Does that make sense? Oh, Ryan Fitzpatrick. I love that, mate. No, I wouldn't get a Villa defender, mate. I think Villa are not all that good defensively, to be honest, mate. I don't even know if they can keep a clean sheet against Ipswich. I wouldn't do it, mate. Not for me. Not for me. Honestly, Tom, I would drop Semenyo. Yeah. 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 We'll see. We'll see. Playing Wissa instead of Enzo. Mate, I would not take the hit then. I would just play Wissa this week and get Dango in next week. There's no point taking a hit if you've got a good 11. No point at all. Wissa's got West Ham. It's a good, decent fixture, you know? I would not sell Munoz this week. He's got Everton. Why would you sell Munoz this week? I mean, this is one of his best fixtures. Take hit for Bournemouth defender. Probably not again. I think hits for defenders are really quite risky, mate. I do. Leave a like rating if you haven't already. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the stream. I appreciate your super chat as well, Ryan. That's very kind. No idea on Emery, Ben. No idea. Bench Wisser or Gordon? Gut feel says Wisser. No, gut feel says Gordon because he's flagged. Just one. My pleasure, man. Enjoy Gordon out. Watkins retiring for a -4. So next week I can do Watkins, ain't Nori out. No, that's too many hits. Too many hits, bro. Just make one move this week. Just make one move. For me. I have Gabriel, Virgil, and I'm not gonna say that word because I'll get banned. I assume you mean Pedro Porro. But Kezang has clearly come up with a new nickname for Pedro Porro. Playing with Mikalenko, Colwell, and Raul on bench. I would start, if I could, Raul Jimenez, I think. Oh, actually, no, that's your starting back three, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine then. Bench Wisser or Gordon? Gordon, because he's flagged. I think I just answered that. Yeah, Gakpo is a doubt. So Slot said on his press conference today that Cody Gakpo is a doubt for the Wolves game and hasn't trained. He hasn't trained today. Excuse me. I really like Jarabone. Yep, I think he's good. Justin Peters. Which of Iwobi to Cliver, -4, or Alanga to Rogers? I'm playing Gakpo as Slot. Wouldn't do either of them. Stick with your players, mate. Stick with your players as they are. I don't think it's worth a hit to bring any of those guys in. Who should I replace Njai with? Jeez, that's tough, isn't it? Let's have a look. You've got 6.1 in the bank for a striker. Raj, I actually don't know when I plan to use my wildcard, you know. I should probably be more prepared than I am, which is embarrassing, really. But I really don't know when I'm going to play my wildcard. I've stuck so fast and loose with my chip strategy so far this season, and it's pretty much paid off, to be honest. What was I looking at? 6.1 million striker, wasn't it? Yeah. Excuse me, sorry guys. I'm a bit yawny. God, there's such a shortage of options, isn't there? I'd probably go for Raul Jimenez, but at the same time, I'd probably just bench Njai if you can get away with it. I think Raul Jimenez is the best replacement, but if you can bench him and save yourself a transfer, I'd probably do that. So glad you didn't use your assistant manager. Why is that? Slot in Moyes did really well there last week. If you triple captains, you might be up. I don't know. There we go. Oh, Radu. Yeah, I know, man. At the moment, I'm benching. Gakpo, as you can see, but I'm not fully decided on that yet. Bench Mikalenko or Hall? I think I'd go Mikalenko. Feel wrong saying that. I think you've got to start Wisser over Raul Jimenez this week. Any news on Watkins? Yeah, he's fit. Confirmed fit, mate. But I would probably say he doesn't get 90s, but he has been confirmed fit. So Watkins he's fit. There you go. So we can clip that. Me on Valentine's Day saying Watkins is fit. Clivert for Sarr. Bench Gakpo for Clivert. Oh, it's so tough with Gakpo now, though. With those, yeah, I probably would do that. It depends if it's for a hit, though. If it's for a free transfer, it's fine. But if you're taking a hit, I wouldn't do it. Excuse me, I'm yawning all over the place now. Gakpo to Watkins for free. You know what? I actually don't hate that. Yeah, why not? If you can do it for free, why not? Take the punt. Slot for a -4 plus Gakpo to Wissa or Emery for a free transfer. Emery. Can get Beto this week or go for Cunha next week by selling Trent. Go for it next week. Ryan, 10 Hong Kong dollars. Thank you so much, and I will absolutely review your team. I appreciate the donation, my friend. That's very kind of you. You might have to tell me, Ryan, if you've used your assistant manager. I might need to know if you've used your assistant manager. Just give us a sec. I have already changed Semenyo and Emery. Transferred out Murphy. Okay. So Murphy is Semenyo. Yeah, I'd bench Ahmad, Semenyo, Emery. Great team. I would consider... I think the only tough decision you've got is whether you bench Mikalenko or Castagna. But other than that, it's a really good team. Yeah, really good team, mate. Yeah, we know about double Gameweek 32, mate. Well, are you living under a rock, bro? The news has been out for a whole half an hour. What do you think about a punt on Darwin? Not for me. Would you do -4? Greaves on your bench. Just play Ahmad, mate. In fact, in a straight shootout, I would pick Ahmad over Howson. I always prefer attackers to defenders in that kind of debate. So yeah, I'd stick to your attacker, mate. Sorry, just catching up with the chat. Double Gameweek 32 has been announced. Yes. Would you keep Slot? Yeah. Would you transfer I wouldn't bring Rodgers in for a -4 though. No, I don't think I would. Thoughts on Watkins' fitness? I think he plays 60-ish both games. Eddie, my pleasure. Play Gakpo or Gordon. Both flagged, but no other. I'd play Gakpo, mate. Do Newcastle now have a double-double? No, I don't. Is that a double-double? I don't think it is. I think it's the double that we thought would happen in 33 is now happening in 32, I think. Still streaming. Damn. What's the... It's been a while. I remember Samuel with the Jadon Sancho profile picture. What was the... Have you been watching me since the start? Or just that I'm still going after like 3 years? Bro, I have Sanchez and Gakpo, and I've already used my transfer. No transfers left. What do I do? Who's your bench goalkeeper? Newcastle and Palace, the team that they play in that second fixture. I triple captain Salah, Vic MCFC. I think I triple captain Salah. Yeah, only Newcastle and Crystal Palace. If they make FA Cup semi-final, they might double Gameweek 33 also. Interesting. There you go. How many likes are we on? Do you reckon we can do 200 likes by the end of the stream? We nearly got 200 people in here at the moment. What's going on with my phone at the moment? Just trying to check the likes. I can't do it on my stream. 108. Let's see if we can get 200. We got 200 people in here watching at the moment. Let's see if we can go for 200 likes. Triple captain While Brandon, I would use the assistant manager in 32. I'd triple captain Salah now. Unfortunately, Voldy-Marsen's on your bench. You know what? Yeah, you did a super chat, Ryan. I will definitely look at your team. If I had Voldy-Marsen on my bench, the question is, a question in general for the chat. Would you take, if you had Voldy-Marsen and Sanchez, so two goalkeepers who won't play, would you take a hit to bring a goalkeeper in, or would you just take the hit and get 0 points from your goalkeeper? Because if you're taking a hit to change your keeper, the keeper you bring in has to score 4 points. And I'm questioning if it's worth it. Yeah, Sanchez to Kepa's probably the one, to be fair. But then if you take a hit for Martinez, you've got Martinez in goal for the rest of the season. Or, you know, he's your goalkeeper then. I'm not sure I'd want to do that. One, 7, 5, 2, 2, 3, 6, 9. 1, 7, 5, 2, 2, 3, 6, 9. I can't find you there. I'm going to search for Ryan Fitzpatrick. See if that comes up. Is that you there? 1752 rather than 22. Yeah, that is you. Royce Crispy. Let's go, baby. I found you. Look at that. So who was your assistant manager again? You have to tell me your assistant manager debate, I'm afraid, mate. This is Draft Hound. Emery, brought him in for Moyes. Love it. So how much does that leave you in the bank with Emery in? What, I guess 0.6? So let's guess you got 0.6 to play with. I'll be honest, mate. I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't do anything with this team. If you've got Emery in there, I'd just punt on Gakpo. Why not? Just leave it, mate. I would leave this. I think it's fine. Your only debate is whether you get Mikalenko in for Castagna or Hall. That's the only decision, really. Sorry, if you do want a team review, I might do some public team reviews in a bit later on. But if you want to do a super chat or join as a member, you're very welcome. But for the time being, we're just doing team reviews for super chats and members. See what's going on in the world of. Cheers, Harmony. Yeah, hit like if you're enjoying the stream. Leave a like rating. I'd appreciate that. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram below my name. Oh, Ryan, you friggin' legend. Thank you, mate. Welcome. Welcome to Hero Tier. Thank you, Ryan. That's very generous of you, mate. I appreciate that. Right now, 0.2 budget left. Can only bring in Rodgers. I don't mind that, mate. As long as it's not for a hit, that's fine. Just bear in mind he blanks in 29, so you need to be able to deal with that. I brought in Cliver for Saar. Who should I bench? First thing I'm going to say, if you're bringing in a player that then immediately gives you a benching headache, why have you brought in that player? I would have just left it and played those three. Because I have no idea. Who do you bench out of Woody, Zach, Wisser? I wish I knew the answer. Probably Wisser. If I were to answer that honestly, I'd say probably Wissa. But even then, that's tough. I think Muaz at Emery is the best assistant manager this week. Yeah, Emery. Free transfers, Gakpo Gordon to Dango / Cliver and Watkins, and would do a -4. Okay. I actually don't mind the two you said. Newcastle, we were just looking at that. I was eyeing up the Southampton manager. Don't know. It's just my punty gut feeling. On their day when Brighton are rubbish, they're really rubbish to the point where Southampton could beat them. And looking at all the potential table bonus games, that one looked like the one. I'm just going to blow out my candle. You're going to see smoke on camera in a second. Smoky. Oh no, my YouTube crashed as the smoke filled the camera. Have to go back. Oh no, my stream has crashed. There we go, we're back. And it is a Southern Coast derby, isn't it? You're right. Well, my laptop is a bit all over the place at the moment, isn't it? What's it not liking? Get rid of that. No, YouTube crashed for me as well, mate. Would you switch Moyes to Emery for a hit? I probably would do that, actually. I probably would do that. Preview. Get rid of that as well. And that. Just going to get rid of all the applications that aren't being used on my computer and see if that does anything. Hey man, Gakpo isn't yellow on my FPL team selection. What's going on with him? Well, that's because the news only broke today, but Arnie Slot said he is a doubt. That's what's going on with him. Arnie Slot said he's a doubt. What is going on with my laptop? It is not playing ball today. Yeah, we're doing everything right. Maybe get rid of Twitter. João Pedro or Robinson? João Pedro. I'd always pick the attacker if it were me. I think I'd always pick the attacker. Newcastle, my pleasure, man. Thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate that. Something's wrong here with my stream. I've changed to this screen. I go down to 22, or now we're back. This is really confusing. Sorry, it feels like my laptop's really laggy. Hopefully it's not the case for you guys watching. I think we're sorted now. I'd always pick the attacker, personally. Fire King. I'd always pick the attacker. Keep firing away with your questions. Doesn't even have to be FPL related. Alexandru, my brother. The quiz has already been done, my friend. The quiz has already been done. I can flash you through the questions very quickly, though. So you can jot them down. Number 1, second highest scoring player. Who is that? Who has the most transfers? Who is that? And how many goals were scored? Those are the questions. We have already done it, though. Ryan, I won't talk business on stream, but if you want to reach out to me on either Instagram or X to talk about it, feel free, mate. I would say the the time and effort and likewise cost of paying an editor for TikTok and YouTube Reels and Instagram Reels and Shorts, specifically for FPL and the size of my channel, does not usually work. It's just not viable. But I'm still interested in talking about it, mate, if you want to. I would love to do them, but it's just, I struggle to make it viable, if that makes sense. Sam Woodward, what do you think the answer to that question is, mate? What do you think the answer to that question is? Should I activate my assistant manager chip this week? If you've got no triple captain, it's a possibility. But if you still got your triple captain, I'd use it on Salah. Benching Bumo or Wissa, I'd say Wissa. Because he's not on penalties. Also, are you the same Sam Woodward that has left some horrible comments on my videos for no reason? Are you the same Sam Woodward? I think I tweeted about you, actually. Or it might have been someone else. But I looked at... Because when you go on someone's... It might be someone else, so I might be falsely accusing you here. But when someone comments on your YouTube channel, you can hover over their profile and it tells you the last 5 comments that someone leaves on your channel. And all 5 of them were negative. Completely needlessly negative. I can't remember if it was Sam Woodward or not. I'm just merely pointing it out if it was you. What are your thoughts on Arsenal midfielders, especially Nwaneri, ahead of Dango if you need funds for assistant manager? I prefer Dango. I'll go for Dango. That's fair enough, Sam. I mean, it doesn't really affect me. I was just trying to remember if that question came from a good place or not. I don't think it does. So I'm just going to I'm going to take your comments from now on with a pinch of salt. And if you do any more, YouTube has a great feature where you can hide users on your channel. And what that means is you can type your messages in my comments in the chat just like normal, but YouTube doesn't show me them. So that's quite funny. And no one else can see them either. So that's a feature we have. Of course, Niels, you remember. That's something you get, man. Look at that. We got a troll saying he appreciates me. I'm not gonna get carried away with that, mate. I appreciate that though. I appreciate you too in return, Sam. Good to see you, Liam, mate. I hope you're doing well. You off to Cardiff tomorrow? That's a big one, isn't it? Nils' team. I don't think... Have you got an assistant manager in play? Unfortunately, Draft Hand doesn't recognise assistant managers. So if you're playing your assistant manager, Nils, just let us know. Also, bloody missed Bristol City's win against Stoke, didn't I? I decided to go training instead because I got a competition next weekend. So I thought it was for the best that I'd train. And I bloody won when I didn't go. Sell Gakpo and get slot assistant manager. Need funds to move to Emery. Okay. We can work with that, I think. I don't know, Liam. I think we need to get lucky with injuries. I would do Ahmad to Dango. Does Ahmad to Dango give you enough cash to get Emery in? Ponder that one, mate. Ahmad to Dango. Did Leeds win that 7-1 or something crazy? Or am I wrong? Do they just win? They just won. Leeds just win, don't they? Their squad, by the way, is a joke for the championship. Now I say a joke, Harmony. They're way too good. By the way, if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like rating on the stream. He's done his knee, hasn't he? So he's out for the season, is McNally. And I have been quite negative about Bristol City on Twitter of recent. Let's see if we can get 200 likes, by the way, guys. But I think warranted. The decision not to sign another centre-back whilst loaning out two is crazy. It's absolutely mental in my mind. Because Atkinson's playing, isn't he? If McNally goes, Atkinson's starting in his place. I don't really rate Roberts all that much. Anyway, what can you do? Sells or Pickford? To start, I'd probably say Pickford, to be honest, this week. King Anzalak. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. It's good to have you on a stream. The only other option I have for you, Niels, is Gakpo to Chris Wood. That's the other option I have. But I don't know if that actually buys you enough, gets you enough cash. Henderson or Sells, what, to start this week? Or to buy? Because I think having two playing goalkeepers in your FPL squad is, same with Peter, is a mistake. You only need one. You only need one. Right, I'm going to go back to my team now. Oh, gut feel is Henderson. Gut feel is Henderson. Liam's rolling. Nice one. Sorry, Tom. It's just for members in Super Chats at the moment. Yeah, that's my view on two keepers, mate. You just don't want a headache. And even in the tough games, the keepers can get saves bonus, right? Thinking of benching Munoz, Isak, and Hall this week. Bloody hell. I would definitely start Isak over Wissa. I would start... Oh, you can't... Munoz v Kirkez is tough, to be fair. Munoz v Kirkez really tough. Who would I start out of Munoz and Kirkez? I think so, Niels. Watkins is fit. Gakpo is a doubt for the Wolves game and didn't train today. That's the news. That's what we know. Robinson or Milenkovic? Probably Robinson. Yeah, go on. I would say do Sells and Robinson in your circumstance. Get yourself some Forest coverage, I reckon. I would triple captain Salah, Lefos. I would triple captain Salah. Yeah, don't do that, Liam. Don't give yourself a headache like I have this week. Look at the state of my benching headache this week. Disgusting. Max, I actually don't mind Watkins to Gakpo if you can do it for free, but I would only do it if you had like a good number of transfers in hand because Villa blank in 29. The double game week 32 announcement was Newcastle and Crystal Palace. So Newcastle and Crystal Palace have a double game week in 29 and 32, sorry. Just checking if there's any more news. Right, just catching up with the chat. Blimey. 67th in the Golden Goal Mini League. I think it'll be 1-1, Liam. Would you do slot to Emery to fund Wissa for Njai? No. No. Prediction for the game. Yeah, I said that. Njai is injured, yeah. Plan for Gordon. You can keep him this week. What are the likely doubles in 36? What are the likely doubles in 36? Oh, does anyone know the answer to that, by the way? Also, how does swapping assistant manager work after you've used the chip? Yes, you use a transfer. You use a transfer. And you just get the cash back after it finishes. You don't have to use a transfer to get rid of them, if that makes sense. You have to use a transfer to swap them. Flecken over Bruggen. Who Brighton got? Actually, I haven't showed you the clean sheet odds. We got 2 things to show you, actually. Predicted goals, clean sheet odds. Haven't gone through this yet. We'll do this now. Brighton, Chelsea. Brighton 1.55 predicted goals. Chelsea 1.75. Clean sheet odds there. Villa are 40% to keep a clean sheet against Ipswich. I don't back that. I think Villa concede, personally, if you're asking me. 0.93 goals for Ipswich, 2.25 for Villa. 2.1 goals for City, 1.45 against Newcastle. 1.7 goals for West Ham. 2.9 goals, 46% clean sheet odds for Liverpool. 2.45 goals, 50% clean sheet odds for Arsenal. So Arsenal have, over the course of one game, the best clean sheet odds this week. Fulham, 32% to keep a clean sheet. Bournemouth, 2.25, 32%. Palace, a 38% to keep a clean sheet against Everton. I'm not sure I back that. Man United, Tottenham is looking like it's going to be a 2-2 draw, I would say, based on that. And then Villa and Liverpool. Liverpool, 1.9 expected or predicted goals in that game. I don't know if that was useful, but from Rob T FPL here. And then here is something else useful as well. We've got some predicted assistant manager points, if anyone was interested. So yeah. Both Arne Slot and Unai Emery are on 15.3 predicted points this week. They're on exactly the same. Exactly the same predicted points for the two of them, which is interesting, I think. 31st in the Golden Goal Mini League. Do we have any idea which teams will double in 36? Yeah, results dependent. Absolutely. I think Game Week 36 is way too far away to plan for, by the way. That is true about... that is true. And yeah, look, you can see there, Arne Slot, Emery with fixture 2 in there. Yeah, that is true about Decore and Njai, to be fair. If you haven't used your triple captain or assistant manager, I think this week on Salah is as good a time as any to use it. I do. I think on paper his fixtures this week are better than last week's. Silver for assistant manager. Nah, you got to go for a double game weeker this week, mate. If you've got the thoughts of using it on Silver, give it to Emery. Would you sell Gakpo? No, I wouldn't do a hit. Wouldn't do a hit. Just get Emery in. Play Semenyo or Damsgaard. Semenyo. 100% Semenyo. Thoughts on Hall to Kirkes and bench Aina? Yeah, I had a similar debate, and I'm not going to do it, but I do think there's merit in that transfer. I'm and ahhing about doing something similar, but I think I would buy Howson over Kirkes, actually. Isak's double in 32 is nice, I agree. Would you sell Gakpo to Watkins for a -4? To fund Slot or just bring in Emery for free? Just bring in Emery. Well, Nigel, now you ask that question. I actually have beans and scrambled egg on toast for breakfast every day. And I do indeed butter my toast. Oh, butter or beans. I have both, mate. Salah is a beast. He is indeed. I triple captained Salah last week. Is it worth selling Gakpo to get Slot? No, I'd wait, mate. My pleasure, King. I would give it to Kirkez, just. I would not take a -8 for Watkins, no. Yeah, got to be done, I think, Cortex. I'm still unsure as how my team's looking. I don't know who I'm going to play. I'm just going to tilt my camera down. I'm hoping that leaning back in my chair a little bit helps me decide. I really don't know what I'm doing with this team, guys. I really don't know. What the hell do I do with this team? Good grief. Kirkez or Munoz? I just answered that question, mate. I said Kirkez. I know, Ryan. I know, mate. That's why I'm in pain. I'm in physical pain about this decision. Before I lock this in, should I bring in Rodgers? No, I wouldn't take a hit for Rodgers. He blanks in 29. Not worth it. Gakpo to Watkins. I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I've only got 0.3 in the bank now. Chris Gray, I like those moves. I'd do that. Enjoy to Watkins, Kulizeski to Rodgers. I like it. I have Mikalenko, Ahmad and Njai. Ahmed Hussein, that doesn't make sense. I've tried reading that a couple times and it doesn't make sense. I'm too scared about having too many blankers. You've got your free hit? Vous parlez français? No. Ça va bien, merci. I don't speak French. Sorry. Would you bench Gakpo over Wissa? Probably not. I'd rank Wissa below all of the other players I have in my team this week. Cortex speaks French. Je suis le champignon. There you go. That's the limit of my French, I'm afraid. I do, but I was planning on using it in 34. Which is going to be the bigger blank out of the 2 game weeks. That's when you should use it, I think. I've still got 45 minutes to go. It's good French, isn't it, Cortex? Any news on Watkins? Yeah, he's fit. It's just a case of how many minutes he plays. Now he's fit. I think he probably gets 60 in both games. Abdaziz, I just answered your question as well. Yeah, if you can do Gakpo to Watkins, I don't mind that. I don't mind it. I feel like this week I've given people advice that I've actually been really unsure on and sounded sure of it. So I'm hoping it's not backfiring for people. But you asked me for a question. You asked me for an answer, don't you? This team's doubling in 34 or blank in 30. I don't know how that works, mate. And it's double game week 32. I have Gordon. Should I transfer out for a Bournemouth midfielder? It depends if you have bench cover because he's flagged. Nice one, Justin Peters. You found a French impersonator. Although 34 is based on FA Cup, right? Yeah, it's crazy. My head can't comprehend it, mate. I did a full morning of work. I had 2 presentations to do this morning. I can't think too far ahead today, I'm afraid. I'm trying, though. I have 4 free transfers. I want to go Gordon to Mallon for a punt. Absolutely not. No. Do not buy one of those new Villa signings. How many games has Mallon played for Villa now? And he's not done anything. He'll score a hat-trick now off the bench. Know that. But, I mean, you cannot possibly tell me that Mallon's done enough to consider buying him in your team. No way has he done enough yet. Would you sell Gakpo for Watkins as a free transfer? I think I would. For what it's worth, I can't do it because I don't have enough cash. Should I -4 Watkins and Clivert? Rashford, you can't pick Rashford. I agree on Asensio. I think Asensio is the best of the three they've signed. And Rashford's not going to start, I don't think. Niels, I'm really unsure. My initial instinct looking at the fixtures next week was where could there be some table bonus? And there were two places. It was, as I think Sally earlier on in the chat rightly pointed out, it was Ipswich against Spurs, Kieran McKenna, or Southampton against Brighton. So you could go for Kieran McKenna or the Southampton manager. Ben, the whole thing on Anthony Gordon depends if, Emery against Chelsea could work, I guess. The thing on Anthony Gordon is, depends if you have bench cover, because he's flagged. That's the only thing that would worry me. Flags usually don't mean too much for Anthony Gordon, though. I genuinely think Man City is a team to target, and I'll die on that hill based on what I've seen from them this season. For attacking players, Man City are a team to target. I think they're good at scoring goals, but I don't think they are very good defensively at all. By the way, that's insane. Does anyone remember what happened to Mikel Antonio? So this must have been last week, because ahead of the Bournemouth Brighton Chelsea game. Look at that. He's up in. Look at that. He's up and in the gym. Bloody hell. Yeah, he was in a horrific car crash, wasn't he? How mental's that? What an absolute stud. I wouldn't go Jacob Ramsey, Scott. No, mate. I wouldn't do that. Not for me. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from there with Lewis Hall. I don't think I can justify playing him over Robinson or Rayner, though. Yeah, I know. What a legend. He is. He's built a bit different, though, is Antonio, to be fair. He is a bit of a beast. Do you think Chelsea defenders need to be traded soon? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't pick Chelsea defenders right now. I think you've got a good opportunity this week to buy a Bournemouth defender. And they're all quite similarly priced to the Chelsea ones as well. Yeah, they build those Caribbean people differently, don't they? The fastest man in history is obviously from Jamaica. The second fastest man in history, also from Jamaica, in terms of running. The fastest swimmer in history now is from the Cayman Islands, a guy called Jordan Crooks. Those Caribbean genetics. There's some fast humans from the Caribbean. Me too, Paul, actually. Me too. You know what? You could do Trossard this week. You could do Trossard. I think you can do better, but I do think Trossard is an option, yeah. I think he's going to get good minutes now. Poison Hood. I'm very well, mate. I hope you are too. Best team other than City is Bournemouth, mate. I'd start Howson and Clivert. Dressel, most underrated swimmer. Dressel is underrated. you saying... No, there's no way Caleb Dressel's underrated. I'm not having that. No way is he underrated. You sold him because you kept benching him and he kept scoring points. Great logic, mate. I like it. I think he gets minutes in the Villa game. My gut feel with Gakpo, misses Wolves, gets minutes in the Villa game. Worth a -4 to bring in Kirkez for Robinson or Murillo? No. Just start Robinson or Murillo, mate. I'd get Howson, but I probably wouldn't sell Robinson. I'm in the position where I could do that, and I'm just sitting on my hands and not making a transfer. That's what I'm doing, mate. Caleb Dressel's a swimmer, mate. He doesn't play for a team. I just had the best Valentine's date at the gym. I love to hear it, mate. I'm about to have a Valentine's date with a swimming pool tonight. That's what I'm doing. Should I put Robinson on for Milenkovic or Elanga? No. No, I don't think I would. Iraola. Well, in terms of assistant manager, I would have a double game week assistant manager this week if it was me. Jackson to Cunha. No, don't do that, mate. Don't do that. Just wait. Imagine, mate, if you bring in Cunha and he gets sent off. Isak to Watkins for a -4. Absolutely not. Thank you for the donation. That's very kind of you. But I would absolutely not do that. Under no circumstances would I take that hit. I would start Isak Jack. What do you think about benching Gakpo for Kulusevski? I would start Gakpo. Yeah. The question though is not is Cunha worth it? It's if you're going to bench Cunha this week, there's no point bringing him in, mate. Leave a like rating on the stream, by the way. Leave a like rating on the stream. I'd appreciate that very much if you're enjoying yourself here. I'm losing my voice, guys. I'm losing my voice. I'll go until 4:15 if that's okay. I think my voice has probably got another 15 minutes in it, and then I need to get changed and ready for training. If that's okay. We love that Cortex. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would do Watkins to Isak even for free. I do Gakpo to Watkins, but I'm not sure I'd do Isak to Watkins. Thoughts on buying Nkunku? No. Is it worth taking a hit to bring in Unai Emery? It depends who you're getting rid of. Who are you getting rid of for that? Ben, me too, man. If you're losing your mind, just keep it simple and think 2 or 3 game weeks ahead, mate. Just think about this game week at the moment. And obviously long term, but just keep your wits about you. Don't if it's overwhelming you, just think in shorter timescales. Can't you just bench Mbeumo? Yeah, but the risk is Gakpo plays minutes. He's got 2 games where he could potentially get minutes. It's not like he's just got the Wolves game. He's got 2, you know? Reece James in for Southampton and Leicester at home in 2 weeks. No, not for me. Who's your current assistant manager, though? Left Coast lefty. I'm guessing it's on Moyes. Top 10 travel? I'm doing very well, my friend. How are you? How are you? My best FPL week ever. I don't know. I think last week was pretty close. 137 points, to be fair. Is that? It's not an arson coat. No, it's just a jacket, mate. It's a little bit cold in my room. I've got the heating on, and I'm still cold. Would you do Gakpo to Nunes? I would get Watkins in, mate. I'd get Watkins in. Just came back from a trip in Lisbon and Seville. Sounds lovely. My couple of my work colleagues had a meeting in Lisbon last week, or was it Porto? It might have been Porto, and they were saying it was 18 degrees, and that sounded lovely. It's not 18 degrees here today. It's so cold that I have a coat on inside. There you go. Ahmad or Raul and Housen or Munoz? Raul Jimenez, I think, and Munoz. Semenyo or Wissa? Semenyo. Sergio Henrique. I had a meeting with the University of Porto this week as well. I can't say what it was about, but I was chatting to some professors from Porto, which was quite cool. Best Jackson replacement. Bloody hell. Wissa and Isak are the only two. Chris Wood. It's got to be Chris Wood, hasn't it? Not many fit strikers about. Well, there's always Chris Wood. I woke up with Wood on Valentine's Day, did you? Have Enzo and Gakpo in the lineup. Should I take a hit to get someone else in? Oh, God. You probably should. Enzo and Gakpo is a poor place to be. Yeah, maybe look at getting another Bournemouth mid in, maybe. I know it'll also depend on chip strategy, but considering Fernandez and Wood, I don't mind that. Wood to Watkins is a bit interesting, though. Seriously, that's mega. Nice one, Sergio. Yeah, I can't say who I was talking to, but he was a really nice guy. Spoke exceptional English as well, as by the looks of it, you do too. Lukash, I presume that's how you pronounce that, Lukash. I wish I could tell you, mate. I just don't know if that's the right decision or not. I have no idea. I'm about to end my deadline stream, and I have no idea what I'm going to do with my team still. By the way, if you haven't already, please leave a like rating on the stream. I'd really appreciate that. How many likes are we on? How are we doing for likes? Let's see if we can get to 200 likes before the end of the stream. Got a quarter of an hour to go. Let's see if we can do 200 likes. 164. We're climbing, ladies and gentlemen. We're climbing. Bonjour, Adam S. Linus Jacobson, is that you? Are you on a bobsleigh there? I can't really see. Jump in the pool and make your decision in the water. Mate, I get in the pool at 6. I'll be swimming when the deadline's on, mate. Jump in the pool. Oh, I've just read that. I'm literally reading a chat message I saw 10 seconds ago. Emery and Gakpo or Slot and Wissa? Probably Slot and Wissa right now. Probably Slot and Wissa right now. What's your best right now? I think is my best overall rank, to be fair. I'm in my best place right now, 29k overall. I think this is my best position. That's a Valentine's Day conversation, that one, isn't it? Yeah, mate. Salah triple captain. Cortex got it. Rooting for you to move. Oh, top 10 travel. I appreciate that, mate. 4 free transfers. No Bournemouth players. Thinking of rolling. Flecken, Fabianski, Trent, Gabriel. Yeah, you don't need to make a transfer with that team. I think that team's fine, mate. You can go 3-5-2 with that. I'm thinking Begovic plus Eze to Jorgensen plus Trossard. No. I would just stick with Verbruggen and not take a hit. Or bench one, Aina or Robinson. Get a coin out, flip a coin. Yeah, Harmony makes sense. Do you think everyone is overrating Bournemouth players? No, I don't. I think people were slightly overrating Dango. I don't think he's got a very good... He hasn't got a long track record. But I think Bournemouth are good, to be fair. We'll see on Nwaneri. He probably gets good minutes now at that price. Hall, Gordon, Lindstrom to Kirkes, Kluivert, Rogers. Yeah, I don't mind that. That sounds good. Any news? Concer's out. Gakpo is a doubt for the Wolves game, and he didn't train today. So, draw from that. Draw any conclusions from that you want. But that's the facts. He is a doubt, according to Arnie Slot, for the Wolves game, and he didn't train today. Excuse me. I agree. I think Semenyo and Kluivert are the two best Bournemouth players. You know what, Jack? I probably would start Luis Diaz, you know? I probably would start Luis Diaz. Why not? Watkins is confirmed fit, and Njai is definitely out. Yeah, that's correct. Well, Adam S., as you can see, this is likely going to be my team, and I bloody well hope he does, is what I'm saying. I should probably give it to Rogers as my vice captain, shouldn't I? Let's make him my vice. Save that. God, I'm still not sure what to do with this team. I just don't think I'm going to get a brainwave. You know, usually most weeks I get a brainwave. You know, someone speaks to me as to what to do with my team. But this week, not a Scooby. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. Gakpo injured. I would not replace Gakpo with Darwin or Jota, mate. No. Depends. Top 10 travel. Depends. Flip a coin between Mbumo and... Alright. Alright. I don't have a coin on me anymore. Right. Here we go. Heads is Gakpo. Shit. No, that's right. That means start Mbumo. It's alright. It's alright. We're good. We're good. Start Mbumo. That's what I'm doing. The coin flip aligns. Yeah, the wheel of thought. Let's do a wheel. Let's do a wheel. I feel like that coin flip was inconclusive because I didn't decide what each side meant. So this spin the wheel is who do I start? The two names in the wheel at the moment are Luca Dean and Colwill, by the way. So someone was clearly down pretty bad that they had to choose between Luca Dean and Colwill. Mbumo and Gakpo. Spin that. Spin that. This is who I start. There you go. The coin and the spin the wheel have both told me to start Mbumo. So you can't really argue with that, can you? Not mad, that feels like a luxury transfer. Not sure I'd do it. Gakpo for Mateta. Senor Penor, that does not make sense to me why you'd sell Wissa in 27 or 28. But I don't mind. No, I wouldn't do Gakpo to Mateta. I'd keep Gakpo. He's still playing. I think he plays one game, maybe. Selling Gakpo all depends if you want to get a slot in, really. I would probably stay patient with him. Triple Captain Salah, if you've still got it available, I would consider using it. Does it like me? Keep doing variants until I get an answer that I'm unsure about. Absolutely. I have slot salad and Gakpo. Yeah, Quinn, if you can do it for one move, I probably would. I'd wait Cortex. Will likely bin. I've got 5 minutes left, by the way, guys. I'm getting knackered here. I would play the attacker all day, every day in Raul Jimenez, Alex. Palace have Ipswich at home and Southampton away, 28 and 30. Interesting. Would you start Aina or Robinson? Aina. Oh, I don't know. You got to flip a coin on that one. I can't give you an honest answer there. I've got them both, mate. I don't know. I wish I can't answer that. Flip a coin. Start Isak or Kluivert. Oh. Oh my god. No, I'm not buying that. That's not your benching headache this week. I'm not having that. There's someone else you can bench instead of those two. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. I'd hold and play Raul Jimenez. I'd start Wood over Wissa. I'd have Palmer. I'd start Chris Wood over Wissa. I would. YouTube's just crashed again. If you haven't already, by the way, ladies and gents, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like rating on the stream. That would do me a real solid. I'd very much appreciate that. We on 200 yet? 178. Let's see in the remaining 5 minutes of the stream whether we can do 20 likes. We got 186 people in here. I reckon we can get 20 likes in that time. Chinese or Indian? Well, tonight I'm actually having something nutritious because I'm prepping for a swim competition next weekend. So I'm having salmon, chips, homemade chips, and broccoli. That's my dinner tonight. Hall and Murphy to Kirkez and Kluivert. Yeah, I don't mind that. I'd probably go Housen. Leave a like on the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. Love it. Are you free hitting Game Week 29? Most likely with the players that I have. I think I'm going to have to. Triple Captain Salah. I triple Captain Salah. Use the assistant manager later on, mate. That's what I do. 2 minutes. I'm going to go for another few minutes. Let's see if we can get 200 likes before I go. Wissa, Isak, Kluivert. Which two to start? Isak and Kluivert for me. Isak and Kluivert, mate. 188, 12 to go. Thank you guys very much. I've done that one. Should I do a -4 to do Haaland to Watkins? No. Keep Haaland at this point, I would. Should I buy Beto or Raul as an enabler? Raul Jimenez for me. Cliver over Semenyo for me. Triple captain Salah last week. Ooh, interesting. Fair enough. Would you use assistant manager now? He goes balls deep on Villa, or wait? I'd probably wait, mate. I'd probably wait. Good luck to you too, Cortex, mate. I'll be off very shortly. Let's see if we can hit 200 likes before I do. How many are we on at the moment? 192. Oh, someone's unliked. Unreal. I swim for a team in Bristol, mate. The mighty Bristol Henleys. That's who I swim for. There might be some swimming content on my Instagram soon, if you're interested. Check me out. Instagram, Golden Goal FF. Give me a follow on Instagram, as well as like the stream. Do I start Kirk as in Howson or Hall instead of Howson? I start them both. Yeah, why not? Jammy, right. We've seen that today. No, Dr. Ali, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't take the hit. Yeah, I did switch. I switched Moyes to Emery, mate. Had to be done. It had to be done. See if we can get 7 more likes. I'll stick around for another couple minutes. Sell Bruno for Cliver. Only if you need to free up the cash, I think. Only if you need to free up the cash. Right, I think I'm gonna shoot off, guys. I've been live for 2.5 hours. So I think I'm gonna shoot off. How to load a picker wheel in your favor would be helpful. I'll bear that in mind. Cortex, big ups promoting my Instagram. I appreciate that. Murphy to Clive for -4. I wouldn't do that, mate. You don't need to spam the chat either. Right, as you can see, it's gotten dark in the time that I've been streaming. It's quite dark in my room now. I really appreciate everyone joining the stream. What a stream that was. First one back. Friday night deadline. What's my plans this weekend? I will have a video out tomorrow. I'll do a reaction live stream on Sunday morning. And then I've got training on Sunday night for a change because it's half term. So a lot of my training times have changed. So I've got training on Sunday evening. So I'll try and make a video before I go to training on Sunday evening. So there'll be another live stream Sunday morning, a video tomorrow evening, and a video Sunday evening with a bit of luck. Morning walk stream, maybe. We'll see. Depends how the signal is. I'll see you later. Thanks everyone for joining. It's been a pleasure. The end to that was so cringeworthy as well. I apologise. All right.